Introducing BPMARKK, BPCL's patented technology for predicting detailed refining characteristics of crude oil or crude oil mix. A simple, reliable and accurate way of generating entire crude assay in few minutes. An advanced tool for managing refinery unit performance. To get started, connect your BPMARKK device to USB port of your PC or laptop installed with BPMARKK software. Click on the BPMARKK icon. You have security features for providing login and password options. Once logged in, connect to the BPMARKK device from the File option. Subsequently, you can start a new calculation by using New Conversion option in the drop-down list. Herein, in General Inputs, you can provide all the information about the crude in the format you'd like to see it in the final crude assay result. Now coming to the crude oil properties. You have to provide 4 properties that are API density, kinematic viscosity, total sulfur and microcarbon Conradson residue in weight percentage. It also lists all the ASTM methods which are prescribed for generating these values or obtaining these values. Now click on the Calculate button to get the results. By the time BPMARKK does its calculation in the background, let me tell you about the interesting features of BPMARKK. In comparison to ASTM distillation or detailed molecular and spectroscopic analysis, which may take few weeks, BPMARKK requires only 4 physical parameters as input to generate about 500 data information of any unknown crude oil or mix, and most importantly, it takes only few minutes to do so. BPMARKK is differentiated among any static crude oil database by profiling of unknown crude oils or mix in short time. It has excellent accuracy and has been validated by several different laboratories. Now coming back to BPMARKK results, it can be generated in 2 forms, spreadsheet or PDF. Starting with the PDF form, this can be used to present your results to your higher management, and it is a standard way by which you can show the results. So, it describes how BPMARKK generates the results. Typical list of tables and figures are also listed. Then you get more information about the crude which you have fed initially, so that you have reference of what this crude assay data is all about. It even provides information which has been used by BPMARKK to generate the results. Now the most important things for a refinery to know. The yields provide the product yields, and refiners can take an important decision using BPMARKK. It even provides gas composition. If you need more information about the entire profile, it gives the curves both in weight percentage and volume percentage. Moreover, it provides cut-wise detailed information. For instance, for naphtha, which is one of its cuts, it can provide 6 different cut fractions, and you can select and know much detailed information about each cut by looking into the properties. It has important properties like octane number and can be useful for naphtha or even cut-wise information to composition details. Pour point temperature, which could be important for kerosene and even the paraffin, naphthene content or metals and so on. It gives a whole gamut of information for entire assay, starting from light gases to the heaviest fraction in the crude. Over and above, providing information about the crude, BPMARKK results help in making judgments and decisions. For instance, expected hydrogen consumption from your crude to produce Euro 4 grade fuels. Likewise, it gives you a sense of what will be the typical yield profile of your FCC unit and what will be the yield profile for your delayed coker unit. Now, this kind of information is quite useful for making important decisions on crude selection during the crude evaluation stage. We have an option of generating a crude assay in Excel format. It can be generated by clicking on the option available at BPMARKK, and it has been specifically tailored so that it can be used in any of the process simulation software. Specifically customized for Aspen HYSYS and Aspen PIMS. It has all the details of the crude assay. Having obtained a crude TBP, it is desirable to use this information to monitor and optimize plant operations. We have developed a master sheet for real-time monitoring and optimization of CDU. It may be noted that the master sheet is customized for a specific unit. The BPMARKK generated crude assay has to be copied and pasted on BPMARKK assay 1 sheet of the master sheet. Once you do that, the BPMARKK yields can be seen in BPMARKK Yield 2 worksheet. BPMARKK Yield 2 worksheet is customized to account for column inefficiencies in terms of deviation from actual cut range due to product overlaps. Most importantly, it does all the necessary conversions to provide results in terms of ASTM D86 and D1160 product profiles, which are typically used by the refiners to audit other plant performances. Hence, these are product cut ranges defined on the basis of ASTM D86 for lighter fractions and D1160 for heavier fractions coming from vacuum distillation unit. Now, these plant yields can be directly compared with the actual plant units. Now, the difference between the predicted plant yield and actual plant yield provides you with the potential for improvement. This approach has been implemented in all the BPCL refineries and are validated by several Indian refineries for real-time monitoring and optimization of plant performance. We also provide you with the option for obtaining properties of each of the individual cuts, starting from gases to naphtha, kerosene range, diesel range products, VGO products, and vacuum residue. This provides very apt options for real-time monitoring optimization. Let's see a digital twin, which is a real-time plant optimization model of crude distillation unit. The digital twin model is used with BPMARKK for real-time optimization. This is a complete closed-loop system where the data from DCS is taken to Aspen HYSYS model via Aspen online interface. The simulated model predicts the final model and also feeds the qualities of other process units every 1 hour and writes back the data to DCS. The digital twin model uses Aspen Online, which acts as bridge between HYSYS simulation and DCS optimizer. The simulated results are used as inferential by machine learning for real-time optimization. The 4 main input to BPMARKK, such as MCRT, density, sulfur, kinematic viscosity generates crude assay. The BPMARKK predicted crude assay is fed to CDU HYSYS model. The digital twin takes the real-time plant data from DCS using Aspen online interface and predicts the product qualities. These predicted qualities updates the inferential every hour and helps APC to maximize refinery margin. With the available results from the BPMARKK output file, the properties are taken and it is imported to Aspen HYSYS interface. Aspen HYSYS has a special feature of importing BPMARKK files directly in Excel format. Go to Petroleum Assay, where you can import the file which was generated from the BPMARKK device. In the property environment, the assays are characterized with a given BPMARKK input. The characterized assay will be fed to HYSYS simulation environment. The results and product quality inferential generated using BPMARKK. Digital twin can be published on a common platform that is available across the entire refinery. The potential benefit of using this digital twin is approximately $0.3 to $0.5 per barrel.